wali apachaki
namu badibu
ay wali Choice Africa TV solam anni wala bitakang badibun kalemu
nyancho
ay wali
aka ay pachaki sam fetengo di ngomen kulu kido kumba kango bukaw silla Choice Africa TV min tolom mfango talemu woto nga tay
parakasi kalero dumo nyakilingo nyama
namu.
Good evening, viewers. Let me take this opportunity for the first time in my life to meet a biomedical scientist, Mr. AHMED MANJANG, all the way from Saudi Arabia, a native from GUNJUR, Dabanani. But in this film, or in this episode, AHMED MANJANG will not be a Gunjurunka. He's going to be a very special Gambian who has biomedical scientist knowledge or degree. Listen to Mr. AHMED MANJANG on his analysis.
Champion, kanabula mulu noma mulu mambetea, titi nyina lilabi, titi nyina lilabi, tunada ni kanilema, duguda ni kanilema, abaraka.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I am AHMED MANJANG. I'm a citizen of GUNJUR. I'm a microbiologist by training. I currently work in Saudi Arabia. Okay. My take on this, I'm going to talk initially about the environmental assessment. They don't do it in the first place. This place, as you know, is a tourism development area. And we have residential places by Europeans, Gambians. This village at the beach, I don't know how old it is, but it's more than 60 years old. That's where they call home. They have no other place to go. Even if they want, they cannot afford it. We have a lot of tourism investment there. I think you see GUNJUR project. If you go along the Kenkenjameng way, you see a lot of lodges which are frequented by the Europeans. So the negative effect of this factory on those hotels cannot be quantified. Okay, this guy told you when people swim, they have 3 or 4 people who have skin problems. That is real. Underline this word, dioxin. That is the direct effect on the skin. Viktor Yushchenko, the former president of Ukraine, if you Google him, 2004, he was poisoned by dioxin, which was produced in the lab, and his face all scarred overnight. He got all blisters all over, and that symptom he suffered is very, very consistent with what these people are complaining now, the skin disease they are having. Okay, what is dioxin? Dioxin is a chemical that is produced when you burn fat, oil or fat. Whenever you do your fry at home, know that you produce certain amount of dioxins. Dioxin is a carcinogen. It can cause cancer when it stays in your body for a long time. Dioxin is insoluble in water, but very, very soluble in fat. So that's why when you inhale it, it goes into your system, it straight away targets your fatty tissues. It stays there. And the half-life for you to be able to get rid of it is 7 years. So the lives we are saving, the first one are the people working in that factory and the people working around that factory. Because these people, they produce 2 types of oils. That's the light one they put in barrel and export. And the heavy one they burn to cook their fish. So the heavy one they burn, that's the fatty one that created the byproduct. One of the byproducts is dioxins. It goes into the environment, they smell it. But when it goes into the environment, it doesn't go anywhere, it stays there. So when the rain comes, it comes back down to earth again. You know our cattle, they drink from stagnant water on the streets. And in the rainy season, for some reason, all the cattle will target the beach area. I don't know why they like it there, but they will be drinking that water. And when the grasses come up new again, the cows will eat it. And these baby grasses will be concentrated with these dioxins. So when the cattle eat it, it goes directly into their fatty tissues. When we buy those cattle, again, you know we like our fats here in the Gambia. will eat it. So it comes back to our system. So I wouldn't be surprised 2-3 years down the line, we see people going down with different cancers we don't know. And my next explanation is why they shouldn't throw that waste into the sea, because we see the effect directly in the river, where the volume of water is not very big. When you throw fish waste, like raw fish waste, it's concentrated with ammonia and sulfur.
Saf connect jigéen na MTS xala bari yàppa fu ne di yëngu ni ko yor sa tame di bees dena gannaaw gi fees lu ko si dugal na dina ko wax di wiccaxu fi taxu kompita lu ma su laxasu mel ni sax suul sulib jëf ni max raay ko benn yoon mu miir bët yi xonxa mel ni tiir yaram bugg la naa ko liir this is life c'est la vie Saf connect suma dere ñagas bombal wax day set.
I'm going to talk about ammonia. Ammonia is the gas that when you break a rotten egg, that pungent smell is ammonia. And that's what happens when fish also is rotten. It will swell, but when it's burst, that rotten smell is down to ammonia. So when you put ammonia into water, ammonia is 1 nitrogen with 4 hydrogen. So the hydrogen will suck oxygen from water and make it anoxic. Anoxic means less oxygen in water. So anything that breathes or blood in their system will die. That's why we see a lot of dead fish, shrimps, crabs, because they cannot breathe anymore. But it's not only breathing organisms that are in that river. You have bacteria that thrives and algae that thrive when there is no oxygen. So the anoxic condition or lack of oxygen condition that is created by that ammonia they are pumping into the sea boosts the growth of algae. The red algae bloom. Again, if you go and Google it, you will see it. That's the bacteria or algae that rely on oxygen, they are more powerful, they are more prevalent than the anaerobic ones. But if you get rid of all the anaerobic ones, they will prosper. What they call, when the cat is away, the mice will play. So the anaerobic one will blossom. That's what happened. That's the red thing we see under the sea. After the Dead Sea, it turned into a soapy, slimy, white thing. That is due to the dead organism. That's the dead fish, dead crabs, they rotting. Now they burst and it's like a slimy thing. If you test the pH of that water at that time, it will be alkaline. That is the good news, even though it smells too bad. But the red is bad because the water condition is acidic. But because the organisms rotting and they break down, they created that soapy film that will neutralize water and it go into slightly alkaline situation. All biological processes happens in alkaline conditions. So from there is greenish. The appearance of the greenish thing, that means photosynthesis is taking place. So after that, you'll see life coming back to normal. But this place is damaged so much so that it's going to take a lot of rehabilitation, or it's going to take long time for it to go back to their normal self. And the other thing I'm going to talk about, the Sugutarians will love this, because you know, the only fish or the...
This one,
no,
it's not about golden.
This is about Gambia, yes, but you will love this, because what is happening, you will agree with me that the bonga fish or the mackerel, I don't know what's the name in English, is the surest and the cheapest source of protein for all Gambians, and I can say West Africans. And that's the main raw material of these people. Right now, their production capacity is about 500 tons. That is equal to 11,000 bags of rice every day. So if they have a factory which is maybe 3 times bigger than this, you are talking about 44,000 bags of rice per day. they are pulling of these bonga fish. If they have it in Sanyan, that will go to 55,000 bags of rice, equivalent weight of bonga fish they are pulling out of our oceans. How do we think we can sustain that? When we are grown as a kid, and these the bonga are so big, our moms used to tell us they don't taste good when they are that big, but now you don't see them. They are getting smaller and smaller. That means the fish stock in our oceans are struggling to regenerate themselves. Now we have this industrial scale catching of those fish. We cannot sustain it within 1 year. There's going to be a problem. And if there is a shortage of bonga fish in Gambia here,
Choice Africa TV intelom pabo bo jebate mbijane mbal fele every time wate o wati aduta nyaaw nyaan tol betarlal fele affaire nyaaw nyaaw fana betarlal fele Choice TV buduo mbekal la moje mbekal hakilotu je mbeka jibe Gambia ko long Gambia ngaral long Gambia banda bal nyaato drong ha ka really long ka busa petea moli ya long na faso tato ndol bo dam male jang yaw ca kaw ci kanam.
Because this is one thing everybody can afford. If you take that protein out of their diet, people are going to get sick. And you know our healthcare system is already broken. Also, why is it that people along the coast are more intelligent generally than people from one country? This is a scientific fact. Fish project, there is this omega-3 protein that is responsible of our mental development. So it's not coincident you have people along the coast tend to do better at school than people from the coast. This is direct reason for it. And this is why there are less and less people with birth defect. Like they come in as a baby, where they have to rely on their parents for everything. If you go up countries, there are a lot of them. In fact, there are certain tribes people believe because they exchange their kids for money. But that's not the case. That is the diet the mom eats while she is pregnant. So if you have an oily fish in your diet, 99.5% you will bring out an healthy baby, which is fully mentally developed. So these are the risks we are facing. It's unsustainable and it's a threat to our diet. Fish is at the bottom of our food chain. We cannot just play with it. This is my third argument. So this is our concern. NEA should do this. And they know it because in Traveler's interview, he mentioned that ammonia level, they already test that they know is raised. So that's enough evidence. This is from the fish product they see. Because the water volume in the ozone is so high, we cannot easily detect it. But it's killing somebody. Like my colleague said, Lambako said, you have the rocks, the seagrass and everything. These are all important. But also, most importantly, the Chinese people completely neglect the health and safety of their staffs. You go there, there is no face mask. People up to Busuranding are complaining about these smells, but there are people working in that factory without no face masks. This is a direct danger to their health. And also no safety boot. No PPE completely. They need a special clothing to work in that factory.
Gloves. They don't have gloves.
No, you don't see it, do you?
No, they're close.
And also, NEA are saying they are not using any chemicals, but they need something to clean the inside of that factory. That is a chemical that have to have a label. And if NEA did their work,
So they don't have glove marks and all this.
we see your video, we see the journalists there, we are there in Gunjur, we see them on daily basis.
Video,
Yes.
They're close, like 4 days before.
Okay, so you went there in the wrong time.
Yes.
You went wrong time.
That's the problem. And some of these things that they were saying, these guys were saying, they said they've changed that already.
Okay, but the chemical they use to clean the floor because it's slippery, so they have to use something to clean it. that is a chemical. So it's not true that they're not using any form of chemical. And also, the cost. They say they pump 2 million into Gunjur, but I can tell you, as we stand now, as I check today, the oil they produce and the oil they export, the light one, at world market, 1 kilogram is between $90 and $120. So let me talk to our government officials. What are you people thinking? This technology is not rocket science. Why can't you not just invest in this type of machines and employ Gambians? We export that rather than give our raw material, which every Gambian needs, at a very, very cheap price. These people are making billions on daily basis and send it to their country. You look at their structures, they are temporal. If they know that what they are using is going to dwindle, is going to go down sometime, after which time they will just pack up and go. What do we get? Are you going to eat each other? So this is what we are fighting. We are not after everybody. Nobody wants to see your fellow citizens lose their job. But we are fighting for them and our welfare and our future. Okay, my fellow Gunjurians and Senegalese, whoever is working in this factory, I'm advising you from the bottom of my heart. This is my place, this is my home, this is my country, and you are my brothers and sisters. I would never ever would like to see anybody lose their job. But if your job is going to kill you down the line within 1 year or 2 years, I would want you to lose that job, and that's why I'm in this. I'm in this to protect our livelihood, our health, and also the health and safety of you people who are working there. You are my #1 priority. We, the people of Gunjur, we can promise you that we are now ready. Now that Yahya Jammeh is not there, we have a democratic government. We are ready to create employment opportunity. This is a promise. It's on the floor. We are right on it. But why? After 1 year or 2 years, you are inflicted with certain illness. These people are not going to pay your pensions. So it's you who is going back to your family. So this is our concern. This is no political issue. It's not a sectional issue. It's not that we are fighting anybody. But we are fighting for the future of Gunjur and the Gambia at large, and probably West Africa. Because the fish from Gunjuria is not uncommon to find in Guinea-Conakry or Guinea-Bissau. So this is West Africa issue. And for people who are telling how can fish be finished in the ocean, I can tell you that the fish in Chinese seas finished since 1980. In the middle of 80, they finished their fish. Right now, the Chinese have over 3,000 trawlers along the West African coast, which are fishing there. Some of them are in fact stealing. They're not properly registered. So not only these factories, but we have fish which are not even coming to our source. They are taking them directly. Well, this is my general advice anyway. Thank you.
Oh, darling, darling, darling. Oh, darling, darling, darling. Yalang may yobu. Ajananay, ajananay, ajanay. Choice Africa. Yamayobu, ajananay, ajananay. Choice Africa. That's what's up.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed Manjang. I wish we can have hundreds of you, in the Gambia, teaching us, telling us our rights, our life, our health in bioscientists. Thank you very much. Peace.